Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. As we are prepared for Thanksgiving weekend, it is time to take a look at some 164s that have come in just before the bell, or at least the Thanksgiving Day break, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what you call the extra 2 days off. But we're going to be taking a look at these four 164th arrivals. I've started to jumble these more together, mostly because YouTube likes longer videos. So, guess what? You're getting longer videos. And it makes it easier for me, too, so I don't have to record 4 different times. Now, here are the 4 that came in. We're going to start from left to right, so we're actually going to slide these over. And we're going to start with Chris Buescher in the number 17 Fastenal car. Here is our box here. Let's go ahead and zoom that in. There we go. Let's slide that forward so we can see it better. Okay, so there you can see our Chris Buescher's box. You can see it's the blue and black Fastenal Ford Mustang, Next Gen 2022 season, Chris Buescher, and the NASCAR Cup Series. Here you can see number 17 Fastenal 2022 Mustang, and then you go to the right side, Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR, and it does have the foil numbers, so just kind of a nice addition as well. Some of those RFK cars with those foil numbers looking pretty darn good. And the coolest thing, or not the coolest, but another cool thing, this will be the last year that he runs this font in the 17. He will be getting his own unique font starting next year, and I'm not gonna lie, the new font looks a lot better. I really like it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the car itself here. Zoom it on in. Okay, so like I said, it does have the foil number. You can see that chrome right there. Looks very white because it's reflecting off of the white base here. You can see if I move my finger in front of it, it changes that color. So you can definitely see that. Well, you can see we have Fastenal here. We got the Cup Series logo there. It is not focusing very well today. I'm not sure what's going on. I feel like it should focus better than this. Well, we'll figure it out one day. Anyway, so we do have Fastenal there. You can see we have the classic RFK paint design here with these kind of little lines that come up on the rear of the door. It's on all the Keselowski cars and all the Buescher cars, just those 3 little lines that kind of come up, and one stripe goes to the back. So it's kind of an RFK thing I've noticed. Go into the hood here, you can see Fastenal, where industry meets innovation. You can see we also have the Ford blue oval there, and there's our Mustang front end. So you can see that Mustang front end on the nose. I will say I am a big fan of the new Ford Mustang nose. I think at times it can look a little bit not like what a normal Mustang would look like, but I do think it has kind of a very unique and cool looking identity compared to the other 2 cars. I don't know. I think it just looks like it's a more expensive car, maybe, just because of the style of it. But we do have Buescher on the front and rear windows. You can see the number 17 on the roof there. Sliding around to the back, we got Fastenal, the diffuser back here. God, that is not focusing today. I don't know what's wrong with my phone. We have Fastenal on the deck lid here as well, and also on that rear bumper like we showed earlier. We go over to the right side. You can see we got Fastenal, the chrome number again, and then we got our Goodyear Eagles on each side. So yeah, overall, that's our Fastenal car. Love this paint scheme. I got to see it win at Bristol, luckily, so I will definitely be getting a Bristol car that looks like this in the large version. But for now, the small versions are available, as all of these are, at RASDiecast.com. So, like I said, stellar paint scheme. Really liking it. Probably my favorite Chris Buescher paint scheme thus far. The next car we're going to take a look at is actually going to be Kaz Grala's 2022 Pit Viper. There we go. Pit Viper, number 50. This is the money team. And this is the car that ran at Daytona. You can see 2022 season, Kaz Grala. The number 50 there on the, on the roof and on the door. But you can see that's our box. Pit Viper, number 50, 2022 Camaro. And Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. So that takes care of all of our box artwork. Let's go ahead and get a nice close zoom in here. All right, so there's the car here. You can see we've got a very unique style here. We've got this kind of teal blue going down to a purple, and then kind of sliding. It's more of a bluish purple, and then it goes to more of a pinkish purple, then to the red, then to the yellow at the back, and then it goes back. Oops, and then it goes back to teal once you get to the rear here. So you can see, what does that say? Oh, it does not want to focus today. Look at how bad that is. Demand, respect, and authority. Not sure where that comes from. Respect is earned, but whatever. We'll get there. We got Pit Viper on the deck lid, Grala on the front and rear windows, number 50 up there on the roof, and then Kaz Grala on the name rail. Got Pit Viper across the hood. Overall, the paint scheme is very basic. The number font is kind of meh, but very colorful. I will say the one thing about this paint scheme, very, very colorful. It is on the Camaro platform, which means it has the black splitter and then the colors above it. But I will say of the car itself, it's not a spectacular design or a great looking car, but it is a very colorful car, which will make it very popular. I think it's one of the cooler cars in that sense because of the colors. But that being said, the actual font and the number design and stuff like that leaves a lot to be desired. So yeah, that takes care of the Kaz Grala car. I think this is the only time he ran that year. He did run a couple races later, or not he did, but the team ran a couple later, and I don't think they did all that great. The next one we're actually going to go to is the Pennzoil Ford Mustang for Ryan Blaney. Zoom it out. There we go. And you can see the Pennzoil and Menards sponsored Ford Mustang. Ryan Blaney, 2022 season, Cup Series. There you see the Pennzoil Menards 2022 Mustang for Ryan Blaney. Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR, and our barcode. So that's our box artwork. Like I said, box art this year is pretty bland. Pretty darn bland. Let's go ahead and zoom on in and take a look at this car here. So this car, you'll notice we do have the chrome rims returning. It's kind of a silver rim on the 164. On the 124s, they are actually chrome. But on here, they just can only make them silver. Very similar design, honestly, to the other Pennzoil schemes. One thing that has literally, from day one, always bothered me about this scheme, that 12 not being the same yellow as this Pennzoil yellow. So it's yellow Pennzoil, and then the Menards bright, like neon yellow. I hate it. Like, I love this paint scheme. I think this is one of the better paint schemes. The only thing I cannot stand is the number being such a weirder shade of yellow. I cannot stand it. I know for a fact there is no way I'm the only one that thinks this. So let me know in the comments if you're also with me that this number needs to match the other yellows. It looks weird. Actually, we have a spoiler of the same type. So we also have a bright neon spoiler that could be yellow. But if this was just the Pennzoil yellow and white, and then the yellow here matched and the yellow here matched, I think this would be a top 5 car of the season. But because they brought this bright neon just kind of forced in there, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Like I said, I love the paint scheme. The Menards logo looks great. Pennzoil on the hood, nice big Pennzoil logo. You know, the back, we've got the yellow stripe, we got Menards, we got the white and yellow really coming together nicely. But the thing that has always bothered me about this car was this bright neon number and the spoiler. Those need to be the same color. And he's run this since 2018, so it's not new. This has been around for a while now, and they've done it every single time, and it's bizarre to me. Now, as you were just hearing me talk about this bright neon color difference, I'm going to show you the next car, which also has something to do with that. But meanwhile, I'm just letting you know this will be wrapped up on that one, so we'll move on to the next one. Ryan Blaney's Body Armor, 164th. So you can see our box. Ryan Blaney, 2022 season, just like all the others. Number 12, Body Armor, 2022 Mustang for Blaney. And there's your Lionel Racing, the official diecast of NASCAR. So we're going to go ahead and slide the car into view here, and we're going to zoom it on in nice and close. So you can see we do have body armor here, and you can see the bright neon yellow returns. Now, the reason I think this looks really good, bright neon yellow, you also have an accent right across the bottom of the car here, bright neon yellow. You got 2 accents right here on the hood vents, bright neon yellow. I think that power is bright neon yellow. I can't tell. The middle one. But anyway, regardless, the difference between this car and the other one is it's accented much more fluently throughout the car. Instead of just having this random number that doesn't match the other shade of yellow right next to it, this one it's red, and then anything that is yellow is the bright neon yellow. So these 2 vents, the stripe, and the spoiler all match each other, which I think looks good. Now, if you went to another tone of red, so you went to like a brighter red and a darker red, it can work at times, but if it's a very basic design where there's not a ton of like busyness, I don't think it really helps. I really do think this car is personally one of the best Ryan Blaney cars because of the perfect way that bright neon yellow accents this paint scheme. I mean, you can see it on the nose. There's a little bright neon yellow. On the hood, a little bit of neon yellow. On the door, a little bit of neon yellow. And on the back, a little bit of neon yellow. So it's nice and evenly spread throughout the car, and I think that really helps it. Still got the Penske chrome rims. Also, we still got the white body armor hood with the drinks on it. This one just happens to have neon yellow vents. There we go, side by side. So you can see, like I said, the yellow is definitely more spread out. Even though there's actually less of that bright neon yellow on this car, I just think it looks better than this one. Like, that 12 just sticks out like a sore thumb, you know? But anyway, now I can zoom these out. That'll pretty much wrap up the review on these new arrival diecasts. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. And if you've happened to pick any of these up yet or planning to pick them up, they are available at rasdiecast.com. So I highly recommend stopping on over and checking them out. And also stay tuned tonight. We're going to be going live with a couple of new updates, just showing off some cars, having a cool live stream before Thanksgiving starts, and talking about the fun holiday sales that are coming up with some new cars. Not new cars like brand new arrivals, but some new cars to the website, things from my old collection that are getting cleaned out. So highly recommend stopping on in, hang out for a little while. You can stop by tonight. and hang out for that. So anyway, guys, that'll wrap up the video. Thank you all for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.